A fashion house that never just whispers, it shouts, sparkles, and shatters convention. That's Versace in a nutshell. Founded in 1978 by Gianni Versace in Milan, the brand revolutionized the fashion world with a heady mix of provocation, opulence, and unapologetic sensuality. From the very start, Gianni blended pop art, Baroque flares, and an overt dash of eroticism to create collections that were both captivating and shocking. By the 80s and 90s, Versace became a go-to synonym for extreme glamour. Gold, leopard prints, form-fitting silhouettes, and uber-spectacular runway shows that turned every catwalk into a massive event. Legendary supermodels like Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, and even Madonna showcased Versace to the world, elevating the house into a veritable religion of luxury. Yet the Versace myth is tinged with tragedy. On July 15, 1997, the fashion world froze in shock when Gianni Versace was murdered outside his Miami villa. This brutal act shook the entire industry and left the brand at a crossroads. It was then that Donatella Versace, already a muse and core pillar of the label, stepped in to carry on Gianni's legacy while reinventing the brand's very essence for the next generation today, staying true to its DNA of bold extravagance and unapologetic excess. Versace still makes its mark. Under Donatella's leadership, the fashion house merges tradition and modernity. From high-profile collaborations like Fendes or the Dua Lipa capsule collection and viral digital campaigns to runway events that spark an unwavering frenzy, Versace remains a symbol of glamour and ostentation. It's also a major economic player, hitting record sales since Capri Holdings acquired it in 2018. In this episode, we're diving headfirst into Versace's universe. We'll explore the brand's meteoric rise, its mythic heritage, and the controversies peppering its journey. From provocative advertising campaigns to international scandals, we'll also dissect its impressive financial performance, its laser-focused marketing strategy, and the indelible mark it's left on both fashion and global pop culture. Finally, we'll come back to the latest Fall/Winter 2025 runway show. A dazzling fusion of archival homage, modern twists, and a lavish, no-holds-barred celebration of luxury. For Mimi, Versace stands for everything that's powerful about over-the-top extravagance, a brand that never does, quiet, that embraces its own extremes, and that, through tragedy and controversy alike, somehow remains a timeless wellspring of inspiration. So strap in, because we're going deep into the world of a luxury icon that keeps smashing barriers. Welcome to the incomparable, always fascinating world of Versace.
Cappuccino, egg, sharp minds, brewed hot, sure bra. No sugar, no filter. Sip, think, repeat, repeat.
Versace's tumultuous saga is one of a brand that made a flamboyant impact on fashion right from its inception. Back in 1978 in Milan, Gianni Versace launched his fashion house with a very clear aim: break the mold of traditional luxury. From day one, he opted for a daring aesthetic that mixed pop art, Baroque elements, and a heavy dose of eroticism. Subtlety? Not in this universe. His designs exploded with vibrant colors, leopard prints, and the Greco motifs immortalized by the iconic Medusa head. For Gianni, luxury needed to be showy and sensual, a statement-making style that nobody could ignore. In the 1980s, Versace turned each runway show into a spectacle. Body-hugging cuts, flamboyant gold detailing, and pieces that stretched fashion's boundaries became his signature. Those runway presentations felt more like theatrical stages, packed with supermodels and celebs, Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, and countless others, making each show the event of the season. Gianni wasn't just making clothes. He was building a universe where excess reigned and glamour walked hand in hand with audacity and provocation. By the 90s, Versace had become a bona fide religion of luxury. The brand's unforgettable runway spectacles were the pinnacle of porno chic, blending seduction, glitz, and a hint of scandal. Gianni created iconic pieces that would go on to define an era, like Liz Hurley's safety pin black dress, which managed to shock and fascinate the world all at once. On July 15, 1997, the fashion world was plunged into grief and disbelief. Gianni Versace was gunned down outside his lavish Miami villa by Andrew Cunanan. This tragedy, one of the darkest chapters in luxury history, rocked the entire industry. The loss of such a visionary left a gaping hole and raised urgent questions about the house's future. Facing this tragedy, Gianni's sister, Donatella Versace, took the reins. Previously a muse and creative partner, she was now entrusted with preserving Versace's essence while reinventing it for a contemporary audience. The early years of this transition were marked by uncertainty, but over time, Donatella reignited the brand's brilliance. Guided by her vision, Versace rediscovered its shine by striking the perfect balance between tradition and modernity, and by holding on to its audacious, glamorous edge. In short, Versace's past is defined by Gianni's meteoric genius and the painful turning point of his assassination. Donatella's subsequent takeover signaled a rebirth, a fresh chapter where legacy is reimagined for a constantly changing market. Together, these eras form the basis of Versace's extravagant luxe meets innovation vibe, a fusion that continues to mystify the fashion world. After the 1997 tragedy, Versace's future seemed to hang by a thread. Yet, in the face of adversity, Donatella Versace found the drive to reinvent the brand, bringing it to new heights while staying true to the provocative spirit Gianni had woven into its DNA. Gianni Versace's loss plunged the brand into an era of doubt. Could Versace survive without the creative force that birthed it? Donatella, who had long been Gianni's muse and creative ally, stepped into the role of artistic director. She recognized the enormous legacy at her fingertips and channeled the house's grief into an opportunity for rebirth. In the 2000s, Donatella tackled a delicate mission, modernize Versace while protecting its iconic identity. She tweaked the brand's codes to meet evolving market expectations, all while preserving the flamboyant extravagance that made Versace a household name. This period saw the house straddling its storied legacy, those supermodels, that glitzy style, and an urgent need to win over new, global, and increasingly younger consumers. To fuel the brand's renaissance, Donatella orchestrated bold partnerships and unexpected collaborations. The 2011 H&M capsule collection was a high-impact move that democratized Versace's design ethos without diluting its prestige. More recently, the Fendis collection in 2021, merging Versace and Fendi, proved that cross-pollinating aesthetics with a competitor can spark something fresh and mesmerizing. These crossovers helped keep Versace in the spotlight while expanding the brand's reach, from die-hard luxury fans to a broader streetwear-savvy crowd. In spite of these transitions, Donatella has rigorously preserved Versace's key codes: Baroque opulence, gold-laden swagger, brazen prints, and magnetic sensuality. Each collection is a bold statement that underscores Versace's aversion to restraint. This is a house that champions the more is more mantra, and its critics, those who accuse Versace of being too much, seem only to fuel its glitz and daring. Donatella has also modernized Versace's communications to capture a digital-savvy global audience. The brand goes all in on social media, delivering eye-popping visuals across Instagram, TikTok, and more, while striking up collaborations with top-tier celebrities and influencers like Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, and Nicki Minaj. These partnerships do more than just sell products, they tell a story. They fortify Versace's image as a pop culture heavyweight and keep the brand constantly trending online. Every runway show becomes a social media phenomenon, bolstered by marketing campaigns that use Versace's legendary iconography to full effect. Although tradition remains front and center, Versace is also contending with modern challenges in the luxury sector. They're phasing out fur and introducing eco-conscious materials, all without losing the flamboyance fans crave. This dual approach ensures that Versace appeals to both loyal, heritage-minded clients and the rising generation of customers who care about environmental and social footprints. The 2018 acquisition of Versace Capri Holdings for around $2.1 billion was a major strategic move. It endowed the brand with extra resources for further global expansion, notably in high-growth markets like Asia and North America. A diversified strategy spanning ready-to-wear, accessories, lifestyle, and even luxury hotels has turned obstacles into opportunities, cementing Versace's status as the reigning monarch of bold, excessive luxury. All in all, under Donatella's leadership, Versace spun a crisis into a masterful renaissance. By updating its image without forsaking its signature style, the brand not only survived after Gianni's era but emerged as a beacon of extreme luxe and innovation. This tension between tradition and modernity, that knack for provocation and a savvy corporate strategy keep Versace an evergreen titan that defies easy categorization. Versace is, above all, a brand unafraid to shock and provoke. If extravagance fuels its DNA, it has also often pushed the envelope. Let's spotlight the major scandals and controversies along the way. Far from harming the brand, they've actually forged its status as the outlandish darling of the luxury world. From day one, Versace has treated provocation like a fine art. The brand has never shied away from overt sexuality in its ads and runway shows. Skin-bearing shots and racy poses, sometimes deemed porno chic, have polarized opinions. For some, these campaigns embody women's empowerment. Others see them as over-the-top objectification. With its leopard prints, lavish gold flourishes, and daring silhouettes, Versace has always been big on extremes. This flamboyant taste defiantly challenges any notion of playing it safe. Critics have called it gaudy, Loyalists hail it as luxe brilliance. In 2019, Versace found itself at the heart of a major PR storm on the Chinese market, a crucial territory for global luxury. The brand released a t-shirt that listed Hong Kong and Macau as separate countries, an explosive oversight that instantly went viral on Chinese social media. Outrage ensued, with consumers and influencers accusing Versace of disrespecting national sovereignty. The brand scrambled to pull the item, issued a public apology, and destroyed the remaining inventory. Yang Mi, a major Chinese brand ambassador, ended her partnership, highlighting just how quickly such missteps can unravel marketing strategies in a key market. Being an iconic brand, Versace's designs are frequent targets for fast fashion knockoffs. Versace took legal action against Fashion Nova, accusing the retailer of blatantly copying iconic Versace looks, especially the legendary Jungle dress worn by Jennifer Lopez. The piece is one of the brand's signature creations, so these knockoffs threaten to dilute Versace's exclusivity. While many of these cases end in out-of-court settlements, they highlight a constant battle to defend Versace's creative DNA. Ironically, the sheer volume of knockoffs underscores how desirable Versace's designs remain, which further cements the house's legend. Versace's brand communications often spark fierce debate. Some campaigns have been slammed for their hypersexualized or provocative imagery. Blurring the lines between art and shock value is a long-standing Versace strategy, which Donatella has consistently championed as a reflection of raw reality and female empowerment. While some dismiss these controversies as publicity stunts engineered to manufacture buzz, others believe that Versace sometimes steps over the line. Either way, the drama keeps Versace firmly in the spotlight, reinforcing its fame as luxury's resident bad boy brand. Ultimately, scandals and controversies aren't footnotes in Versace's history. They're baked into its identity. Its ability to push boundaries, incite strong reactions, and use each scandal as an opportunity to amplify its fearless image is exactly what differentiates Versace in the crowded luxury market. Beyond fashion, Versace is a cultural phenomenon, using excess and provocation to capture imaginations and headlines the world over. Let's break down how Versace, while remaining steadfast to its extravagant heritage, has reinvented itself financially and emerged as a modern leader in luxury through bold marketing moves and a savvy global expansion plan. In 2018, Versace joined the Capri Holdings, formerly Michael Kors, family for around $2.1 billion, a strategic pivot that gave the house greater financial muscle and a more robust distribution network. The public ambition was to double Versace's revenue, somewhere around $800. $900 million at the time, to reach the coveted $2 billion mark in the near future. So far, that's translating to big gains. By 2022, Versace's revenue was hovering around the $1 billion mark, showcasing its knack for seducing new markets while burnishing its status as the standard bearer of flamboyant luxury. Versace has its eyes set squarely on global expansion. The brand bolstered its presence in China, an essential luxury frontier, by tailoring specific offerings and opening new boutiques. Southeast Asia and North America also rank as prime growth hotspots. This geographical diversification, coupled with well-targeted marketing, helps Versace attract both old-school fashion devotees and a new generation raised on digital culture. Versace's savvy social media game is central to its sustained popularity. Eye-catching visuals across Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms ensure every runway show goes viral thanks to artful teasers and behind-the-scenes peeks. High-wattage celebrities, Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, Zendaya, Jennifer Lopez. Wearing Versace on red carpets also serve as golden, organic commercials, boosting the brand's global cachet. The label thrives on high-profile collabs to stoke interest and spark conversation. The Fendes collaboration with Fendi is a prime example of Versace's ability to harness the power of brand synergy. That partnership caught the media's attention and charmed consumers with its unexpectedly fun fusion of two luxury worlds. Add in the Dua Lipa capsule collection, and you can see how Versace intentionally anchors itself in contemporary pop culture, resonating with next-gen fans. These ventures produce not only epic media coverage, but also immersive storytelling that keeps audiences hooked online. Versace doesn't stop at fashion. The brand has extended its universe to accessories, leather goods, fragrances, and even home decor with Versace Home, plus luxury hotels under the Palazzo Versace banner. This wide-ranging approach lets them capture a broader audience and deliver a fully immersive Versace lifestyle experience. With over 230 standalone boutiques worldwide and hundreds of franchise points of sale, Versace firmly in all major markets. Their omnichannel approach features a robust e-commerce platform that mirrors the brand's indulgent flair online, letting customers shop the collections anytime, anywhere. While loyal to its legacy of opulent, provocative luxury, Versace updated its messaging to be more inclusive. Recent campaigns highlight diversity with models of varied backgrounds and body types, pushing a more modern, globally minded luxury philosophy. They've also introduced eco-conscious elements by cutting fur from their collections, aligning with the values of an increasingly aware consumer base while still serving that bold, Baroque realness Versace fans expect. Today's Versace is more than just an iconic fashion house. It's a formidable economic and cultural force. By transforming its digital strategy, diversifying its product lines, and conquering new markets, all while preserving the flamboyant legacy at its core, Versace onto its place as a heavyweight in the luxury arena. Here, we see how smart economics and marketing can reinforce a brand's powerful image and firmly rooted on the global stage. Versace Winter 2025 runway, unveiled this past February in Milan, once again proved the house's knack for seamlessly blending archival tributes with forward-thinking flair. Let's break down this landmark show from inspirations to critical reception to see how Versace keeps its legacy fresh while winning over the next generation. Donatella Versace aimed squarely to honor the label's golden years by scouring Gianni's legendary archives. Many iconic 80s and 90s pieces appeared in updated form. The message was unmistakable. This is the heart of Versace, timeless yet utterly relevant. Breathing new life into the brand's classics, the show bridged its storied past and an ever-evolving future. Nostalgic nods to Gianni ran through the entire production. Some details and materials were derived from Versace home textiles, painstakingly reworked into high fashion statements, balancing wistful homage with avant-garde design. The show radiated everything fans and critics love about Versace, a brand with an ever-evolving narrative that stays driven by passion and memory. Some classics demand a second act, and Versace's demand a second act, and Versace to come back, bold, unapologetic, and dripping in attitude. This season, the house revisits its golden era with Baroque silk shirts, oversized and drenched in opulent prints, their flamboyant swirls clashing beautifully with sleek, understated bottoms. It's a Gianni-era tribute, reworked for a modern audience that worships both excess and restraint. But Versace's never been about playing it safe. Chainmail, one of its most iconic signatures, emerged edgier than ever, shedding its sleek club kid past for a punk-infused makeover. Think sculpted cutouts, daring silhouettes, and a rebellious streak that injected fresh rock energy into the brand's signature Baroque DNA. Then came the curveball. Cowboy chic. Oversized belt buckles, reimagined Western accessories, and a swagger that fused Italian opulence with a laid-back frontier attitude. It shouldn't work, yet somehow it does, because this is Versace, where contradictions turn into gold. And finally, movement took center stage. Billowing skirts, whether in dramatic balloon mini dresses or sculpted midis, played with volume in a way that felt both dynamic and impossibly glamorous. Versace just designed clothes. It creates moments, cinematic, high voltage, and always unforgettable. The collection dramatized opposites, deep blacks offset by dashes of purple, ruby red, and gold. Lighting and textures showcase the sumptuousness of silk, velvet, and metallics. The overall effect? A cross between high drama and dreamlike fantasy. Critics applauded the show for masterfully bringing Versace's heritage to 2025. Outlets like Who What Wear and another magazine praised the display as a visionary spin on Versace's timeless DNA, highlighting its authentic yet imaginative approach. They noted Donatella's ability to resurrect archival designs while pulling them into a modern context. The runway instantly dominated Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Video snippets and stills went viral, spurring animated discussions around classic meets new Versace. From stylists to everyday fans, many celebrated how the house continues to blend nostalgia, emotion, and contemporary style. The show's ripple effect touched the entire fashion scene. As other designers tap into their own archives, Versace remains a trendsetter for reimagining historical elements. By marrying signature glamour and boundary-pushing innovation, the brand cements its role in guiding the future of luxurious, over-the-top fashion. In essence, Versace's Fall-Winter 2025 show wasn't just a typical runway event. It was a love letter to the brand's storied past and a bold statement about its evolving future. Through striking silhouettes, emotional storytelling, and significant media buzz, Versace proved once again that it can and will continually redefine itself without ever betraying its core identity. When it comes down to it, Versace remains the quintessential standard bearer for extravagant luxury and brazen style, no matter the highs and lows it endures. From Gianni's groundbreaking vision and the tragedy that rocked the industry to Donatella's fearless revival and reinvention, Versace has deftly turned challenges into catalysts for growth. It continues to shake up fashion's status quo by mixing a rich legacy with modern flair, evolving into a cultural phenomenon rather than just a couture label. In this deep dive, we saw how Versace's marketing, strategic acumen, and ongoing runway spectacles, like the Fall Winter 2025 show, keep cementing its place as a timeless icon. At its core, Versace shows that luxury can be provocative, heartfelt, and relentlessly cutting edge. Even while adapting to the current digital era, the brand inspires designers, celebrities, and fashion fans all over the world. If this episode pulled you into Verse and left you craving more audacious luxury, consider this your official invitation to dive deeper. Subscribing to Cappuccino and Croissant isn't just about staying updated. It's about making sure you never miss a chance to dissect fashion's most iconic moments with the sharp eye they deserve. And if you have thoughts, hot takes, bold opinions, or just sheer admiration for a certain Baroque silk shirt, drop a rating and review. Because let's be honest, fashion is best enjoyed with a side of conversation. Want even more? Turn on notifications so you're always in sync with the next deep dive into luxury, pop culture, and the art of making a statement. And for those who like their fashion with a literary twist, my website is your next stop, whether to explore red flags and love songs, my deep dive into the cutthroat world of K-pop, or to check out the latest merch inspired by the unapologetic energy of this podcast. Because style isn't just what you wear. It's what you immerse yourself in. Your support means the world, and every like, share, and subscription helps me keep serving up deep dive analyses on fashion and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon for our next journey through the glamour and grit of the luxury world. Ciao for now.
Cappuccino, white crop, mines, brewed hot, served raw. No sugar, no filter. Sip, think, repeat, repeat, repeat.